In just a minute, but first, joining us now with more on McCabe's conflicts of interest, Fox News investigative reporter Sarah Carter. You have been working on this story for quite some time, and it is now about to be released.
Yes, so former supervisory special agent Jeffrey Danick has been fighting for over 2 years, Sean, with Judicial Watch to get the text messages of former and fired Deputy Director Andrew McCabe. Apparently, it is a treasure trove. It's not only going to answer questions regarding his wife and those issues, but apparently there's a lot more information contained in these text messages and emails that the FBI does not want to release. Now, the Department of Justice has been fighting Judicial Watch on this in the courts, and Judicial Watch filed a motion last week against the DOJ to release the documents. Judicial Watch is expecting the DOJ to turn those documents over. And as you stated earlier, Sean, there is now the official transcripts right here that have been released by Representative Collins. We're scouring through them just as you are. I think some of the most interesting things that I've discovered relate to Tricia Anderson. Now, she was an FBI national security lawyer, and she was working directly with James Baker as well as Lisa Page. And in her transcripts, in the back and forth with the questioners, she talks about Bruce Orr and the 302s. She talks about the fact that she basically signed off on the first FISA warrant on Carter Page. And as you stated earlier, Carter Page right now, there are transcripts expected to be released of his conversations as well with Stefan Halper, very similar to George Papadopoulos, who was being probed by Stefan Halper, who was the former British professor who was gathering information for the FBI and spying on the Trump campaign. The most interesting fact, I think, and I'll leave you with this, Sean, is that Tricia Anderson basically tries to downplay Bruce Orr's involvement when they question about being the back channel for Christopher Steele after the FBI fired him. And they question her over and over again if the FBI actually had enough evidence to go after a FISA with what they found in the dossier. And Tricia Anderson refuses to answer on multiple occasions. So it's going to be very interesting to see what comes out next. It's going to be very interesting to see what the Department of Justice, Attorney General William Barr will have as far as information on, on the investigation and how it coincides with these transcripts. I think people have a lot of answering to do.
A lot of spying. You forgot the
right.
Bond movie, Blonde Bombshell with Papadopoulos, Sam Clovis, Papadopoulos, Carter Page, FISA warrant, a lot. Oh, James Comey says that wasn't spying. And he, of course, signed off on the first FISA application in October 2016, verifying it's true and accurate, but told Trump later, no, it's unverified. And now Loretta Lynch contradicting her testimony, and you're breaking news. Sarah, great job. Thank you.
Thank you.